The first time Malik slipped into my bed, I thought it was a dream, a cruel, beautiful trick of my restless mind. I woke to the weight of his body, warm and heavy, curled against mine, his breath soft on my neck. My heart slammed so hard I was sure it'd wake him. But he stayed asleep, oblivious, his arm draped over me like it belonged there. I'm Elliot Harper, 19, pale as the Seattle rain, with a mop of dark hair I can never tame. I'm the kind of guy who blends into the background, quiet, bookish, always overthinking. Malik Washington, my stepbrother, is the opposite. 20, with warm brown skin and a smile that could stop traffic on Pike Street. He's the guy everyone notices. We've lived together for 2 years since our parents married, and I've spent every day of those 2 years trying not to notice him too much. But when he started sleepwalking into my room 3 months ago, everything changed. It's always the same. Around 2 a.m., I hear the creak of the floorboards, the soft shuffle of his bare feet. My door opens, and there he is, eyes half closed, moving like a ghost. He climbs into my bed, curls up beside me, and I lie there, frozen, pretending I don't feel the heat of his skin or the way my pulse races. I tell myself it's just sleepwalking, that it means nothing. But every night, I'm less sure. Tonight, I'm awake, staring at the ceiling, waiting. The house is quiet except for the hum of the radiator. My room smells faintly of old books and the lavender candle I lit earlier to calm my nerves. It doesn't work. The clock ticks past 1:57 a.m. And my stomach twists. Will he come tonight? Should I lock the door? But I never do. I can't. The floor creaks. My breath catches. The door swings open, and Malik steps in, wearing only a loose t-shirt and sweatpants. His eyes are glassy, lost in that strange sleepwalking haze. He moves with a quiet grace, like he's done this 100 times. He has. I watch him climb into my bed, the mattress dipping under his weight. He settles against me, his head resting on my shoulder, his arm across my chest. I don't move. I don't breathe. I lie there, pretending I'm asleep, pretending I don't feel the way my skin burns where he touches me. I should wake him. I should nudge him back to his room. But I don't. Instead, I let myself imagine, just for a moment, that he's here because he wants to be. That this isn't some unconscious quirk, but a choice. My chest aches with the weight of that thought, because I know it's impossible. Malik is straight. He's got a girlfriend, Lena, who's all sharp wit and bright laughter. They're perfect together. The kind of couple you see in coffee shop windows, sharing earbuds and secret smiles. I'm just the awkward stepbrother who reads too much and says too little. Morning comes, and Malik is gone before I wake. My bed feels colder without him, the sheets still faintly warm where he lay. I don't tell him about the sleepwalking. I don't tell anyone. It's my secret, my burden, my stupid, hopeless wish. But today, something's different. When I shuffle into the kitchen, Malik's already there, pouring coffee. He looks at me, his brown eyes catching the morning light, and says, "You sleep okay, Elle?" I freeze, my heart stuttering. Does he know? Did he feel something last night? I mumble, "Yeah, fine," and bury my face in my mug, avoiding his gaze. He doesn't push, just hums and scrolls through his phone. I watch him out of the corner of my eye, memorizing the curve of his jaw, the way his fingers tap absently on the counter. I hate myself for it. Our parents, Claire and Jamal, are at the table, planning their weekend hike. They're oblivious to the tension coiling inside me. Claire, my mom, smiles at me. "You should come with us, Elliot. Get some fresh air." I shake my head, muttering about a paper due for my community college lit class. The truth is, I can't stand the thought of being around Malik all day, pretending I'm fine when I'm not. After breakfast, I escape to my room and pull out my journal. It's a battered thing, Pages filled with half-finished poems and thoughts I'll never say out loud. I write about last night. About the way Malik's breath felt against my skin. About the ache in my chest that won't go away. I write until my hand cramps. Then shove the journal under my mattress. It's safer there, hidden from the world. But the world has a way of finding you. That afternoon, Malik knocks on my door, holding a guitar. "Hey," he says, leaning against the frame. All easy confidence. "Want a jam? I'm working on something new." My heart lurches. I want to say no, to keep my distance. But his smile is disarming. And I'm weak. I nod, grabbing my own guitar from the corner. We sit on my bed, the same bed he slept in last night, and play. His fingers move over the strings with a sureness I envy, coaxing out a melody that's haunting and sweet. I try to match him, but my hands are clumsy, my focus scattered. He doesn't seem to notice. "You're getting better," he says, grinning. "We should do this more." I want to scream. I want to tell him everything how I feel. How his sleepwalking is tearing me apart. How I'm terrified of what it means. But I don't. I just nod and keep playing, letting the music say what I can't. That night, he comes again. This time, he murmurs something in his sleep, too soft to make out. His hand finds mine, fingers curling loosely around my wrist. My heart stops. I lie there, staring at the ceiling, wondering how long I can keep pretending. The days blur into a haze of stolen moments and sleepless nights. Malik's sleepwalking doesn't stop, and neither does my silence. Every morning, I wake to an empty bed, the ghost of his warmth lingering like a bruise. I tell myself I'll say something today, that I'll confront him, but the words stick in my throat. What do you say to someone who doesn't know they're breaking your heart? Seattle's autumn is relentless gray skies, endless drizzle, the kind of weather that makes you feel like you're drowning on land. I'm sitting in a cafe on Capitol Hill, pretending to study. But really, I'm watching the rain streak down the window, thinking about Malik. The cafe is alive with chatter, the clink of mugs, the hum of indie music. A couple in the corner, two women, laugh over shared pastries, their hands intertwined. I envy their ease, their openness. I've never told anyone I'm gay. Not Mom, not my best friend, Riley, not even myself. Not really. It's easier to hide, to let the world assume I'm just quiet, not different. My phone buzzes. It's a text from Malik, "You at the cafe. Want to grab dinner later?" My stomach flips. I type back a quick sure and try to focus on my book. But the words swim on the page. I'm not hungry for food. I'm hungry for something I can't name. Something I'm terrified to want. That night, we end up at a taco truck near the waterfront. The air sharp with salt and grease. Malik's laughing about some story from his job at the record store. His hands animated. His eyes bright. I'm half listening, half lost in the way his voice wraps around me. "You're quiet tonight," he says suddenly, nudging my shoulder. "What's up, L?" "Nothing." I lie, shoving a taco in my mouth to avoid elaborating. He doesn't push, but his gaze lingers, like he's trying to see through me. I wonder if he knows, if he's ever suspected. The thought makes my skin prickle. Back home, I retreat to my room, but Malik follows. "Hey, let's watch something," he says, flopping onto my bed like it's his. My heart stumbles. It's too familiar, too close to the nights he sleepwalks in. I pick a random sci-fi flick, hoping it'll distract me. But sitting next to him, our thighs brushing, is torture. He's so close I can smell his shampoo, something woodsy and warm. I focus on the screen, willing my body to stay calm. Halfway through the movie, he falls asleep, his head tipping onto my shoulder. I freeze, my breath shallow. This isn't sleepwalking. He's just tired, relaxed, trusting. I should move, but I don't. I let him stay, let myself feel the weight of him, the steady rise and fall of his chest. It's the closest I've ever come to feeling like I belong somewhere. When the movie ends, I nudge him gently. Malik, you're falling asleep. He blinks awake, disoriented, then laughs. Shit. Sorry. Man. Guess I'm wiped. He stretches, his shirt riding up to reveal a sliver of skin, and I look away, my face burning. He doesn't notice. He never does. That night, he sleepwalks again. This time, he's closer, his body pressed against mine, his hand resting on my hip. I lie awake, my mind racing. What if he's not just sleepwalking? What if some part of him knows, wants this? The thought is dangerous, intoxicating. I push it away, but it lingers, a spark in the dark. The next day, I'm a wreck. I skip class and wander the city, ending up at a pier overlooking Puget Sound. The water is gray and choppy, mirroring the storm in my chest. I think about telling Malik the truth, about what his sleepwalking does to me. But what if he laughs? What if he's disgusted? What if it ruins everything? I'm not brave enough to find out. When I get home, Malik's in the living room, strumming his guitar. He looks up, his smile faltering. You okay? L. You look like shit. I force a laugh, but it's hollow. Just tired, I say, and he nods, but there's something in his eyes concern. Maybe, or something deeper. I can't tell. That night, I lock my door. I tell myself it's for the best, that I need to stop this before it destroys me. But when I hear the soft thud of Malik trying the handle, my resolve crumbles. I unlock the door, and he slips in, silent and unaware, curling up beside me like always. I don't sleep. I just lie there, feeling everything I'm not supposed to feel. The lock doesn't work for long. I try it for 2 nights, but the sound of Malik's footsteps pausing outside my door, the soft rattle of the handle, haunts me. By the 3rd night, I leave it unlocked, and he comes, like he always does. I'm losing myself in this cycle: hope, guilt, fear, repeat. I'm drowning in it, and I don't know how to stop. It's mid-October now, and Seattle's chill has settled into my bones. I'm at the library, pretending to research for a paper. But really, I'm Googling sleepwalking. The articles are clinical. Detached, stress, fatigue, or medication can trigger episodes. Most sleepwalkers don't remember their actions. Nothing about what to do when your stepbrother sleepwalks into your bed and you're in love with him. Nothing about how to stop wanting something you can't have. I'm interrupted by Riley, my only real friend, who slides into the chair across from me. She's 21, with purple hair and a laugh that's too loud for libraries. You look like you haven't slept in a decade, she says, stealing my coffee. I shrug, hoping she'll drop it. But Riley's relentless. Spill. Elliot, what's got you so messed up? I want to tell her. I want to say the words I've never said aloud. I'm gay, and I'm in love with my stepbrother, and he sleepwalks into my bed every night. And I don't know how to stop feeling this way. But I can't. Instead, I mumble something about school stress, and she rolls her eyes but lets it go. That night, Malik doesn't come. I lie awake, staring at the door, waiting for the creak that never happens. The absence is worse than his presence. I wonder if he's okay, if something's wrong. I check my phone, but there's no message, no clue. I feel like I'm unraveling. The next morning, I find him in the kitchen, looking exhausted. Rough night? I ask, trying to sound casual. He nods, rubbing his eyes. Yeah, couldn't sleep. Kept waking up in weird places. My heart stops. Like where? I ask, too quickly. He shrugs. Hallway. Living room. I don't know. Man. It's weird. I should tell him. I should say, you've been sleeping in my bed for months. But I don't. I'm a coward. Instead, I pour him coffee and change the subject, asking about his band's next gig. He lights up, talking about new songs, and I let his voice wash over me, soothing the ache in my chest. That afternoon, I meet Lena, Malik's girlfriend, at the record store where he works. She's browsing vinyls, her curly hair catching the light. She's kind, funny, everything I'm not. Hey, Elliot, she says, smiling. You coming to Malik's show tomorrow? I nod, though the thought of watching them together makes my stomach churn. Cool, she says. He's been weird lately. You know. Like, distracted. You notice anything? My pulse spikes. No. I lie. He seems fine. She nods, but her eyes linger, like she's searching for something. I leave before she can ask more. The gig is at a dive bar in Fremont. All dim lights and sticky floors. Malik's band is good draw. Soulful, with his voice cutting through the noise like a blade. I stand in the back, nursing a soda, watching him. He's alive up there, all passion and energy, and I can't look away. Lena's in the front, cheering, and I hate how perfect they look together. After the show, Malik finds me, sweaty and grinning. You made it, he says, slinging an arm around my shoulders. My skin burns under his touch. Wouldn't miss it, I say, forcing a smile. He doesn't let go, his arm lingering, and for a moment, I let myself pretend it means something. That night, he sleepwalks again. This time, he's restless, muttering in his sleep, words I can't make out. His hand grips mine, tight, like he's afraid I'll disappear. I don't pull away. I lie there, heart pounding, wondering how much longer I can do this. The truth comes out on a Tuesday, in the worst way possible. I'm in my room, writing in my journal, when Malik bursts in, holding it. My journal. My heart stops. Elliot, what the hell is this? He asks, his voice shaking. He's holding the page where I wrote about him, about the sleepwalking, about everything I feel. I must have left it out. Careless. Stupid. How did you? I stammer, my face burning. He cuts me off. I was looking for my guitar picks. Found this under your mattress. His eyes are wide, hurt, confused. You've been letting me sleep in here every night, and you didn't say anything. I can't breathe. I didn't know how. I whisper. I didn't want to freak you out. He paces, running a hand through his hair. Freak me out. Elliot, you're writing about us. About me. Like he stops, staring at me, and I know he knows. I'm sorry, I say, my voice breaking. I didn't mean for you to see that. I didn't mean for any of this. Tears sting my eyes, and I look away, humiliated. He's quiet for a long time, then sits on my bed, the journal still in his hands. Why didn't you tell me? He asks, softer now. About the sleepwalking. About you. I laugh, bitter. What was I supposed to say? Hey, Malik, I'm gay and in love with you. And by the way, you keep sleeping in my bed. You have a girlfriend. You're not. I stop, my throat tight. He's staring at me, his expression unreadable. I broke up with Lena, he says suddenly. My head snaps up. What? He shrugs, looking at the floor. Last week. It wasn't working. I didn't know why. Not really. But reading this, he taps the journal. It's got me thinking. My heart is a drum in my chest. Thinking what? I ask, barely a whisper. He looks at me, his eyes searching mine. I don't know. I feel something when I'm with you. I don't know what it is, but it's there. The room feels too small, the air too thick. I want to believe him, but I'm terrified. You're not gay, I say, more to myself than to him. He shakes his head. I don't know what I am, but I know I care about you. More than I should. Maybe. We sit in silence, the journal between us like a bomb. Finally, he stands, leaving it on my bed. I need to think, he says, and he's gone. I don't sleep that night. I don't think I'll ever sleep again. The next few days are agony. Malik avoids me, his eyes sliding away when we pass in the hall. I stop expecting him to sleepwalk. Maybe he's staying awake. Maybe he's locking his own door. The house feels empty without his presence, even with our parents around. I throw myself into school, into books, into anything to keep my mind off him. But every night, I lie awake, replaying his words. I feel something when I'm with you. What does it mean? Is it pity, curiosity, or something real? I'm too afraid to hope. Then, one night, he comes. Not sleepwalking. He knocks. Soft. Hesitant. And when I open the door, he's there, eyes wide and awake. Can we talk? He asks. I nod, my heart in my throat, and let him in. Malik sits on my bed, his hands clasped, his shoulders tense. The room is dark except for the soft glow of my desk lamp, casting shadows on his face. I've been thinking, he says, his voice low. About you. About us. My heart stutters, but I stay quiet, letting him speak. I didn't know I was sleepwalking into your room. He continues. But when I read your journal, it made sense. Not just the sleepwalking, but why I kept ending up here. Why I feel so comfortable with you. Why I can't stop thinking about you. I'm trembling 26. I'm scared to ask. Scared to believe this is real. Malik, what are you saying? I whisper. He looks at me, his eyes soft, vulnerable. I'm saying I think I feel the same way you do. I'm not sure what it means, but I know I don't want to lose you. The words hit me like a wave, crashing over every wall I've built. Tears prick my eyes, but I blink them back. You're not going to lose me, I say, my voice trembling. He reaches for my hand, his fingers warm and steady. And for the first time, I don't pull away. We talk for hours, unraveling years of unspoken feelings. He tells me he's been questioning himself. That breaking up with Lena wasn't just about her, it was about him. About the confusion he's felt for months. I tell him about my fear, my shame, my love. It's raw, messy, real. By the time the sun rises, we're both exhausted. But something has shifted. We're not pretending anymore. The next weeks are a dance of discovery. Malik doesn't sleepwalk anymore, comes to my room awake. Intentional, his hand finding mine in the dark. We're careful, keeping it from our parents, from the world, while we figure out what this is. But every touch, every glance, feels like a promise. One evening, we're sitting on my bed, the same bed where this all began, sharing a quiet moment. I pull out my journal, showing him the poems I wrote about him. He reads them, his eyes shining. And when he looks at me, he smiles. You're pretty good with words. He says, and kisses me, soft and sure. It's not perfect, but it's ours. We don't have all the answers. We don't know what the future holds, or how to navigate the mess of being stepbrothers and something more. But we're together, facing it side by side. And that's enough. The rain still falls outside, but in here, it's warm. Malik's hand rests on mine, and I don't freeze anymore. I lean into him, feeling everything I was afraid to feel. And for the first time, I'm not pretending.